Verse 18, Ipe the aftis, ti imera ti triti. And he said to them on the third day, Tuto pisate, ke zisis the. Do this, or you do this, and you shall live. Ton theon gar ego fovume, for I fear God. Fovume, fovu, of phobia, because this is the verbal form. Theon, theology, God, the derivatives. He doesn't say Kyrios, the Lord, because that would have been a Hebraism. Iriniki este, if you are peaceable, adelphosimon kataskathito is antifilaki. Let one of your brothers be held in the prison. Avtithe vadizate, but if you yourselves proceed, ke apagagate, and take back ton agorasmon ti sito dosia simon, the purchase of your provisions in the imperative. Ke ton adelphonimon ton neoteron agagate pros me, and you lead your younger brother to me. Ke pistevthison te tarimata imon, and I will trust your sayings. The reason I underline that in red is because that word pistevo is also used to believe. And you see, I'll be underlining these to show that sometimes it just, I will believe your sayings. You could put that, but I use the word trust. They're almost interchangeable, but there's a slight difference. And trusting is more of a, you can believe in anything, but trusting in something gives the belief more strength. So this is a very important word in the Bible, and so I just want to point that out. Continues, ide me apothaniste, but if not, you shall die. Epis and they utos, and they did so. So he's telling them this is what they do. Go back and get the brother, otherwise they die, and leave one there. Ke ipen akastos proston adelphonav too, and each said to his brother. Now Joseph is still in front of him, and they don't know who it is. So they're saying all this because it mentions this later that he was there. But I'm just letting you know beforehand that these words now Joseph is hearing. Ne in amortias gar es men, peri tu adelphu imon. Yes, for we are in sins on account of our brother. Oti iper idomen tin thlipsin tis psychis av tu. Ote kata theeto imon ke ukisikusamen aftu. For we overlooked the affliction of his soul when he besought us, and we did not listen to him. So now we know that when Joseph was in there, he was crying out, and they wouldn't hear. Ke enakentuto apilthan epimas ethlipsis hafti. And because of this affliction came upon us. They had been living with this for 17 years, and I'm sure it affected them in this period of time of what they did, because they're pointing it out. This is the reason why we're in this problem right now. So they attribute it to that sin, and so much us when we have had a sin in our lives is great that it can affect the rest of our lives, even though maybe God, well, not even though, maybe, but God does forgive us, but still we are living with this thought of these sins. Apokrithis they, in verse 22, Reuven, Epan aftis, and Reuben answering said to them, and he was the firstborn, Leah, Ukelalasa you mean, Legon, did I not speak to you, saying, Me adikisate to padarion? You should not wrong the lad. Ke uk isikusate mu, and you did not listen to me. Ke idu, and behold, to ema aftu exitite, the blood, his blood is required. Ema, hematology is a derivative for blood. Aftithe uk idisen oti akui Iosif, and they did not know that Joseph heard. Ogar minevtis anameson afton in. For the translator was between them. Minevtis. We have a hermeneutics. It's had in theology is making something understood. Verse 24, apostraphis they apafton, in turning from them, eklavson Yosef, Joseph wept. Ke palin, or palin, prosilthe prosaftus, and again he came forward to them. Ke ipen aftis, and said to them, Ke eleve, and spoke to them, Ke eleve ton Simeon ap afton, and he took Simeon from them. Ke edhisen afton in Antion afton, he tied him before them. So here they're all standing. Simeon's pulled out, and he's tied up, going to go to jail. And atilato the Iosif, and plise ta angia afton situ, and Joseph gave charge to fill up their containers of grain, with grain. Ke apodune to argirion afton, ekasto iston sakon aftu, and to give back their silver, argirion, Argentina, the silver country, comes from that. To give back their silver. Now, they don't know that the silver is going in there, into the what? The sakon, sakon, sackcloth. Ke dhune aftis episitis mon, is tin odon, and to give them provisions for their odon, odometer is a derivative, for their journey. Ke eganithi aftis utos, and it became so. Ke 26, ke epithentes ton siton epitus onus afton, and placing the grain upon their donkeys, apilthan akethan, they went forth from there. 27. Lisas they iston marsipon aftu, and one untying his bag, dhune hortasma tatis onis aftu u katelisan, to give fodder to his donkeys where they rested. Ke ide ton thesmon to argiriu aftu, he saw his silver, his bundle of silver. Ke in epano to stomatus to marsipu, for it was upon the mouth of the bag when they opened it up, as on top. Verse 28. Ke ipetis adelphis aftu, and he said to his brothers, apedothi me to argirion, the silver was given back to me. Ke idu, and behold, tuto ento marsipo mu, this is in my bag. Ke exesti e cardia afton, and it startled their cardia, cardiac arrest, cardia, cardiac heart. Ke etaraxisen prosalilus, and they were disturbed with one another, legonta, saying, Ti tuto epis and otheos imin, what is this God did to us? It was a blessing or a curse, because I suppose that they knew they could get in trouble for it if it wasn't supposed to be there, but yet here it was a wonderful thing to have all this money. So it was a test, and God puts us to the tests. A lot of times we have to make a decision. We're given something money-wise, but it's not really to be used. If you use it, you kind of it proves your bad choice of how you use it. So, and it continues now in verse 29.